The January transfer window wasn't all that exciting. Despite sitting on a pile of money, we really didn't spend a lot. We sent a couple people out, got a couple people in, and then of course we had to register for the Champions League before the window actually shut. So I've got a couple guys on the squad mad at me because now they're off the Champions League roster, and they probably shouldn't have been. That said, that's not the problem. Injuries are starting to catch up to us, and frankly, if they keep going at the rate they're going, finishing top 4 is going to be a miracle. My name's FM19, and this is the Return on Gloria with SC Bastia, episode 118. Yeah, so after I posted that last episode, or recorded the episodes, the past 2 episodes, real life got in the way, and, Custer had a plan too. I'm fond of saying that because it's true. I had a plan, and then, it made a nice whooshing sound as it went by. But as you can see, these are our current injuries. Valencia has a pulled back muscle. He's kind of day-to-day. That wasn't too bad. I've actually got a decent amount of depth at defensive center back. Jan Vitek was my backup to Florent Robert. He's out 2 to 3 weeks. That hurts because I really don't have anybody to back up the defensive left back position. Arkadiusz Orlowski tore his thigh muscle. He's out at least 2 months. And then Martin Werner, again, out 2 weeks with pulled ankle bones. Assuming the save goes one more season, and it should, depending on when they announce the beta for FM20, he's not going to be here past the summer. I paid $75 million, 75 million euros for a guy who, frankly, if he was a horse, I'd be considering shooting him. Transfer window-wise, we brought in a few players. Gilles Clavel was actually on the squad. He came in on an expired contract. He's been on the reserve squad. 23-year-old striker, here for depth on the reserve team more than anything else, with Valet and Werner going out. I've got probably 5 or 6 strikers, but as I'm finding out, it doesn't hurt to have more than a couple. He's here on a backup contract. He knows he's a backup. He's getting a decent amount of playing time in the National 3 with the reserve squad. He's got 2 goals and an assist there. So, I don't think he'll ever be a League 1 striker. He'd be good in a pinch, but I wouldn't rely on him. Olaf Ballot comes to us from RB Leipzig for 900,000 euros. Defensive right back, can also play with a little bit of defensive left back. Here for depth more than anything else. 23 years old, 2-star current ability, 2.5-star potential ability. Backup for the reserves. And then last in was a lone player, Abassi Douaje. With all the injuries going on, especially defensive left back, I needed a good defensive left back to come in and spell Robert. 22 years old, 2-star current ability, 3-star potential ability. He'll definitely come in and do a job for us. Plus, it gives us the ability to rest Robert, which is very, very handy. On the outs, I actually got to scroll down here. Lars Feller, Tay Mohammed all went out. Okay, let me redo this here. Lars Feller, Tay Mohammed, Willy Bouvet, Christophe Bessa, Frederick Olivier, Nicolas Mausberger, and Jean-Baptiste Thomé all went out on loan to get first-team playing time. Tay Mohammed has a future here. I firmly believe that, and so does Christophe Bessa. But they're not getting a lot of time in the reserve squad. They're not getting a lot of time in the first-team squad here. They're both on first-team contracts at Hertha and Lorient. Tay Mohammed, in 2 to 3 years, if the Sabre would go that long, would probably be starting as a defensive center back in no time. Emilio Lavalle, Sporting came in on an unsolicited offer for him, 165,000 euros a month, and they're paying his salary. And frankly, he was kind of getting lost in the shuffle at the advanced midfielder position, so I said, sure, he can go. Victor Urbino went to USBCO for 57,000 euros. Albert Ossina wasn't happy with the playing time he was getting, even though he was here on a backup contract, and I signed him to a backup contract. He was happy with the backup contract. He wanted to leave because I said, I don't see you getting starting time here, and Cordoba snapped him up for 450,000 euros, going 550,000 euros based on appearances. So it was just... we were net sellers this year. Almost all of it was Ivan Orlov. There were a couple players out there that maybe, I could have made a move for, but do I really want to spend 75 million euros on the next Martin Werner? I don't know. We've got this offseason coming up. We should be okay. Schedule-wise, for the moment, what was our last match? Our last match was PSG Man City. We were home against Haber, and we thumped them 2-0 thanks to a goal by Kaplan and an own goal by Haber's Ellenbay. We then played FC Lorient in the Coup d'Elite 4th round, and we absolutely thumped them 7-0. Thomas Gerardo hat-tricks with goals, Werner a brace of goals, Kaplan a brace of goals, and we were just all over them in the second half. OGC Nice, we beat 5-1 at home thanks to goals by Kaplan, Werner, Tomasi, and Gagliardi. Bueno Prieto had a goal for us as well, but unfortunately he plays for Nice. And then this was tough. If there was one game I knew would be tough for us, it was going to be this game against Angers. They're not the best team in League One. They're 15th or 16th, give or take. But, starting on the 3rd of December to the 23rd of December, 20 days, we had 7 games. So it's a game every 3 days, give or take. And by this time, we were just absolutely shattered. Lemos got a goal. Martinez got a goal. Angers played us tough. They didn't have the best game, but Morera was really good between the sticks for him. Suma, who is a really good midfielder, had a solid game for him. We had 26 shots, 13 on target. They had 6 and 2, but their defense tightened up when it had to. It doesn't look like it from their ratings, but they just really frustrated us, especially at the end. We won our French Cup 9th round game against Saint Etienne 2-1 thanks to goals by Kaplan and Pichon. In the Coup d'Elite quarterfinal, we beat Toulouse 2-1 thanks to goals by Kern and Pichon. In the Coup d'Elite semifinal against Nantes, we went all the way to penalty kicks. And this was... I think this was one of those games we should have won comfortably, but Nantes just... They were doing this thing where they were engaging us high. Their top line was engaging us really, really high. And then their defense was sitting right on the edge of the box. And I tried exploiting the middle a little bit more, and it just didn't work out. The Kaplan goal was really nice. Ehrenberg got it back in the 85th minute. And then Kazan was absolutely brilliant in the penalty kick phase. Stanek and Jose both with goals. The Stanek goal was a killer for them. I mean, he's one of the best midfielders in the game. But we scored all of ours. Jose missed, and we went ahead on penalty kicks. So we were playing PSG in the Coup de League final? Yeah, that's going to be in April. We then played Metz, and we won there 2-1 thanks to goals by Rashidi and Tomasi. So today, it's going to be a little bit different. Well, I've done this before. We're going to play Nice in the French Cup 10th round. We're going to skip the Bordeaux match. We're going to come back for the Benfica game in the first round of the Champions Cup knockout round. So... that said, I'm going to... let me do this real quick. So, 21 games in, we are 3 points behind Monaco. We have a game in hand. These injuries keep piling up, though. It's going to be rough. Kaplan leads us with 23 goals. He's averaging a goal a game. He also has a 7.53 rating. Gerardo, 10 assists. Mercurio, 86% pass completion rating. Hussein, 5 players of the match. Rashidi and Pierre, each with 9 yellow cards. Mercurio with a red card. Our 54 goals are second highest. Our 20 goals are 6th best. 37 yellow cards is 8th highest. We're getting better there. We're tied for red cards, and our attendance is what it is. And this screen keeps resetting. I think that's one of the reasons. But, I wanted to change. I'm always changing skins. So, that's just me. That said, we are going to check the best 11 set the reserves, and we're going to be back with our match against OGC Nice in just a bit. Well, we are playing our 4-2-4 today. Kazan on goal, Ribera, Hawk, Kern, and Flores as the defensive back four. Rashidi and Townsend as the midfielders. Martinez and Tomasi as the attacking midfielders. Hussein and Bastion up top as the strikers. I think one of the other reasons I'm going to let Werner go this summer is with all the injuries and that, he is just not improving. He's 3-star current ability, 4-star potential ability. Bastion's already 4-star potential ability, 5-star, 4.5-star, 5-star potential ability. So, Motabazi, up to Gerbic, who's in space. He's got help in the center. Does. Damon, one-on-one with Kazan. Got the rebound and put it past him. Well, Kazan did well to stop the first one. The second one was a bit of a bummer, but okay. It's early. We can come back from this. Roland on the throw-in. To Gerbic. Over to Motabazi. To Booten. Crosses it in. Hawk knocks away, but goes right to Gerbic. Kern steps in front of the bad pass. Pichon. Up to Tomasi. He holds it up. Back to Pichon. He drives forward, takes the shot right at Nera. Flores up towards Kovac. He knocks, up towards Kaplan, but Kovac steps in front of it. This is a Motabazi. Over to Booten. Long shot. That was ambitious. Well, coming up on a halftime, it's been all OGC Nice. 9 shots, 2 on target for them. 3 shots, 2 on target for us. Man, this is not turning in the game I thought it would be. We are going to make one change. Flores is going to come off. Ballack is going to come on. Rashidi to Townsend. Over to Kern. Up into space. Too far. Pichon. It gets the header from Abdouali, though. That was poor. Pichon. Out to Robert on the left. Crosses it in. Knocked away. Rashidi to Townsend. Back out to Robert. Almost loses it. Drives forward. Crosses in. Kaplan's there. Over the crossbar. It's good movement by us. Robert on the throw-in. Martinez. Oh, loses it. Motabazi sends it up to Damon. Oh, gets by the one player, gets by the second. One-on-one with Kazan, and he pushes it wide left. Well done. Damon. Oh, Booten was all alone on the right. Takes the shot off the bar. Knocked away. Out in the crowd. Damon at the top of the box. Takes the shot wide left. We're going to make one more change here. Duhaji's going to come on for Robert. Kazan. Out to Duhaji. Taps it up to Rashidi. Over to Townsend. Up into space towards Kaplan. Takes the shot. Curls it just wide right. That was ambitious. He's trying too hard. Gerbic. Across the box, right at Kazan. No problem stopping that. Coming up on 75 minutes, we're going to bring Mercurio on for Rashidi. Hawk with the ball. Up into space. Kaplan got behind the defenders. Oh, nice block by Nera. Tomasi on the corner kick in. Knocked away. Ballack's going to run that down. Oh, why was you in the highlight there? Tomasi. Corner kick in. Kaplan. Kern. And we score. We equalize. Well done. I'm going to go back to balanced. Oh, dog hair. Oh, jeez. Okay, was it me or was Kaplan on a 5-9 until literally just a second ago? It's the French Cup. Are we going to extra time? Probably. Okay, thank you, Pierre Kern. Leduc. Oh, Motabazi slots past a diving Kazan. That was a good piece of luck. Remembering Townsend off, being Barrero on. He had a lot of interest from him from other teams, but it was all, backup or part of the rotation. Oh, Leduc stepped in front of the poor throw-in. Toure. Damon. Takes the shot, but pushes it wide right. Barrero had a lot of interest from other teams in the January transfer window, but it was all part of the rotation or backup, or depth for the first squad. I can get him more playing time here. Not a lot of playing time, but playing time. Second round. Let's get it back, guys. Mercurio to Barrero. Back to Kern. Up towards Pichon. Loses it. Kern gets it back, but he gives it away to Damon. Nuts. Damon blows by the one defender. Second over, Fontaine is there off the post. Fontaine runs it down again. Toure almost got to it, but it looks like it was knocked out by the number 18. I don't know who that is. Ballack to Barrero. That's who the number 18 is. Tomasi. Back to Ballack to Barrero. To Ballack. Crosses it in for Martinez. And we equalize. Back down to balanced. God, we're getting so lucky this match. Last chance. To Haji. To Kaplan. Over to Martinez. To Barrero. Back to Martinez. Over to Duhaji. To Martinez. To Barrero. Long pass towards Tomasi. Up to Ballack. In space. Crosses in. Kaplan's there. Off the post and in. Oh. Snatching victory from the jaws of defeat. And it was denied? Oh, was he offsides? That stinks. Roland. This score here. Fontaine. Kazan. happened there? It went right through Kazan? Oh, unreal. Okay. Let's get it back. Blanc's getting sent off for a second yellow card. It might not matter, though. Corner kick in, Tomasi. Kaplan runs it down. Oh, bounces it out of bounds. And that is the game. Son of a gun! I want to see why they denied that Hussein goal. That's just... Martinez, Barrero, back to Martinez. Barrero, Tomasi, Ballack. They're calling him offsides. They're calling that. There's Kaplan there. He's behind the 6 and the 5. Out to Tomasi. They're calling that off. Oh, jeez. Somebody is getting himself fined by the French Football Association because he is going to complain about that. Yeah, so it was a controversial goal. Even the press admitted it. Even the press admitted that, hey, it probably would have been given had it been reviewed because we don't use VAR in League One, even though it's 2032 now. So, you know what? Let's see what happens here. Nothing going on. Yeah. Oh, hey, Nino Grande, the left winger for PSG, graded out at 100. Kind of easy to see why. Not too shabby there. So anyhow, I'm going to save this. We're playing Bordeaux offline. They're currently 18th in League One, so it should be a mostly rotated side. I don't anticipate any problems other than, one of my guys' legs falling off due to injury. And then we'll be back for the Benfica game in just a bit. Well, we absolutely thumped Bordeaux 5-1. I didn't get to watch it because I was given a one-game match suspension because of the protest I pitched over having that goal disallowed. So, I'm not saying I stood over there while I played. I didn't, but I sat here. I couldn't do anything. Anyhow, Tomasi, a hat-trick's worth of goals. Pichon goal. Kaplan came on later in the game to get a little bit of playing time. Valet went off and Kaplan came on. I was trying to rest him. Instead, he got a goal in an 8.2, and then, 3 days later, we're playing Benfica, such as it is. So, that said, it was a solid game for us. Tomasi was absolutely brilliant. It was fun to watch. Pichon had a solid game as well. As much as I like Werner, he's just not going to be here past this summer. I'm going to lose a decent amount of money on him, too, I bet. So, anyhow, I'm going to check the best 11, set the reserves, and we're going back for a match against Benfica here in just a bit. We're playing our 4-2-4. Kazan goal, Rivera, Valencia, Kern, and Flores is the defensive back four. Rashidi and Barrero getting the start in the midfield today. Gerardo and Tomasi the attack midfielders. Hussein and Pichon up top as the strikers. Benfica's got a good squad, but they have an injury problem. I thought we had an injury problem. They've got 4 players out with various sorts of injuries. 2 of them are out for a long time. Tomasi sends it in, knocked away. Rashidi there, top of the box. Out to Flores, crosses it in. Robert skies it over the crossbar. Robert on the throw-in. Rashidi, back to Robert. Over to Valencia. Up to Rashidi. Back to Valencia. Out to Gerardo. To Kaplan. Long pass Pichon. Oh, Svilar, very nice save. And the one thing I am going to do is, I think I forgot to do this earlier. Yeah, we are going to take off to get stuck in. I can always tell when I have it on because I get a ton of yellow cards. Vidakis. Well, Kazan's nervous in goal. That's not a good thing. Vieira to Vandakis on the throw-in. To Monteiro, almost dispossessed, but Vandakis gets it back. Back to Vieira. Up to Monteiro. Taps it up to Ramirez. Cuts between the defenders over to Serta. Back to Ventino. Over to Bernardo. To Willian. Over to Monteiro. Almost loses it. Ramirez, top of the box to Vindakis. Curls around Monteiro with the shot. Kazan was pulled off his line and they put it far post. Oh, it's being reviewed. I got music for this. Yeah, they upheld it. Okay. That is halftime. Thanks to the goal by Monteiro, Benfica has the lead, but it's been a pretty decent match so far. They've had 8 shots, 2 on target. We've had 5 and 3. They have the possession advantage. They're not really doing a lot with it, but I'm not going to complain on that. No, kickoff highlight. Monteiro to Vindakis. To Vieira. To Bernardo. To Monteiro. Cuts left, dispossessed by Tomasi. Up into space. Can Pichon get there? He can't cross it. No, he's fouled. Another VAR review. Penalty. Excuse me. Kaplan. I really should have changed it to Pichon. Tomasi sends it in. Svilar with the save. Sends it forward to Flores. Long pass towards Pichon. It's too far. Bentino's there. Serta gets the ball. Dispossessed. Barrero over to Tomasi. Up to Pichon. Sends it over to Kaplan. And that was nice. But for some reason that kept popping up, so I had to change it. We got the one back. Okay. We're going to bring Townsend on for Barrero. We're going to bring Hawk on for Valencia. I'm going to save our last reserve. I want to get Tomasi off. He's coming up on 70%, but we'll give it a little bit more. Pichon. Oh, Villela fouled him. He is off. Well, that really helps. Flores. Oh, Bellardi steps in front of him. He gives it right back to Flores, though. Over to Rashidi. To Gerardo. Wow, what a shot! I thought that was going wide, but it hit the post and went in. Holy cow, that was a heck of a strike. Kazan on the goal kick towards Pichon, but he stopped running. Ventino heads it, goes right to Tomasi. He sends it up to Pichon. Long cross towards Kaplan. Svilar knocks it away. Rashidi has it. Over to Gerardo. Edge of the box. Back to Robert. Tries crossing it in. Bounces it off a Benfica player. Runs down the loose ball. Back to Hawk. Up to Townsend, top of the box. Kaplan curls around, takes the shot, blows it by Svilar for his 26th goal of the season. That was nice. Robert tried an ill-advised cross, but he got the ball back. We're going to get Tomasi off and bring on... We're going to bring Valet on the right side. We're at Benfica, so 3 away goals is really going to help us. Could have been 4 if Hussein hadn't missed that penalty kick, but beggars can't be choosers. Vieira to Bernardo. Up to Monteiro. Dispossessed, but Bernardo's going to run that down. Back to Monteiro. And that is the game. That was well done. 16 shots, 11 on target for us. Only a 46% possession advantage, but it really didn't help them at all. Valele getting sent off really hurt them, you could tell. We scored 2 of our goals after that happened. Both of them, the Gerardo goal and the Kaplan goal, were absolutely nice. Of course, we got Guignap in 3 days, too. That's our one saving grace. The teams we got coming up are not the best teams in the world. Guignap's 17th. Bordeaux's 20th. So what we're going to do is play Guingamp, Toulouse, and Nimes, who are 14th. So, yeah, Guingamp is 17th, Toulouse is 20th, Nimes is 14th. And we actually got a nice break between Nimes and the second Benfica game. But this works out really well. We're going to play Benfica at home, and then Nantes, who's currently 4th in the league, which is going to be a key game. We got Monaco coming up 2 weeks after that. But as it stands, we're still 3 points behind Monaco. We have a game in hand, though. Oh, we're a point behind Monaco. Did they draw? They must have drawn. Yeah, they drew to Rennes. Thank you, Rennes. So they drew to Rennes, so we have a chance to go ahead, which would be nice. So, a couple really solid games. The Bordeaux game was nice. The loss at Nice was just... The loss at Nice was... That was frustrating, is what that was. Scoring 5 against Bordeaux makes up for it a little bit. Scoring 3 away at Benfica really makes up for it. I think, unless we just absolutely fall apart, we're going to go through to the second round. So, fingers crossed it's going to happen, and we'll find out next episode. If you liked what you've seen or heard, please leave a like, subscribe to the channel for more content, questions, criticisms, comments, leave those down below. I'll answer those as fast as I can. My name is FM19, and I thank you for watching Ritornu with SC Bastia, episode 118.